Hi there all UG freaks, this is Kristofer Dahl and today we're going to look at some Kirk Hammett inspired licks and try to come up with our own stuff out of that as usual. So, it could look something like this. The first Kirk Hammett style lick we're going to look at is a typical rock cliche, which he does a lot, as well as many other players. It's this kind of thing. We've looked at it before. What we're doing is we're bending on the 15th fret on the B string and on the 12th fret on the E string. So we're bending the B string up to the same pitch as this finger. So what's cool with this kind of technique is, number one, you get a real dirty sound out of this kind of double stop bend. And number two is, let's say you have a backing or a riff where you know you have a scale or you have a couple of notes which you know work very well to solo with. Let's say for instance we have a standard metal riff, something like that, and we have these three notes which we know work very well over there. 12th fret, 15th fret and the 17th fret. Then what we can do is we can use this shape and make sure the index finger is on the target note. So if the target note is the 12th fret, we're going to place our fingers like this. And then go up to the 15th fret with the index finger. And then to the 17th fret. So what will happen is the notes you're playing on with the ring finger will occasionally be out of the scale. And that's what kind of gives it the cool effect, because you're bending this, once again you're bending the note up to the pitch which you know sounds good. So, if we put it together it could sound something like this. So let's say we want to take this a little further and do something more original out of it. Then we can use another kind of double stop technique. Something which goes something like this. So what I'm doing there is I'm kind of plucking the E and the B string simultaneously with my middle and ring finger on the right hand. So something like this. So that gives it a real crazy squeak. So what's happening is we're first doing a pre-bend. So something like this. Just a tiny little bend to make this note on the B string go a little bit out of pitch, and that's what gives us this sound, which is a quite horrible sound. So what I'm doing is first pre-bend and then plucking with my right hand, and then I'm damping again with my right hand, like that, and then I'm bending up to pitch. So it's really crazy sounding stuff. Okay, so let's look at another Kirk Hammett style pattern, which is, I think, a little inspired from what he did on the first Metallica album, Kill 'Em All. So what we're doing is actually a combination of two patterns. The first pattern is a 16th note pattern, which goes like this. And the second pattern is this kind of thing. So what happens is when we put them together we get something like this. So slowly. And then what you can do is, instead of doing it with these three notes, we can add, or not add, we substitute the last note with this one, which gives us the flat fifth, or the blues note. And I just want to say that that's a scale that Kirk Hammett uses a lot, you know, the standard pentatonic scale with an added blues note, or flat fifth. And this scale looks like this. Now you can apply the same kind of pattern and mixing between two different rhythms to wider arpeggios or scale patterns or whatever. Or just, you know, and try to fool around with those kind of things. So a third kind of Kirk Hammett style pattern, which Joe Satriani uses a lot too, and once again they are just a few among many guitarists who use these kind of cliche licks. It's this kind of thing. It's pretty cool because it works nicely when played, you know, very fast, and it also works nicely when played slow. So in order to understand this, it really facilitates if we count to, you know, 3, because we're playing triplets. So we can count like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For me, when attempting to play this fast, it works a lot better if I start with an upstroke. So just start with an upstroke and then do 100% up and down. How can we create some variations around this, and how can you start to improvise around with these kind of patterns? Because that's the whole idea, right? Well, one way would be, I'm sure you've noticed that I've kind of ended all the fast phrases with the double stop. That's a really cool way to end, you know, to end the phrase. So that's an